Hey guys, Coach Shaheen here. So I'm going to show you how to play the Four Knights Spanish, which is one of the openings we recommend around the intermediate and novice level at our academy. So it starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, knight f6, four knights, and then bishop e5 is the Spanish variation. A lot of times our opponent will follow up with bishop c5. Now this does invite the center fork trick tactic. However, we've already committed our bishop to b5, and those lines aren't as promising as in lines like this after we play the four knights, then they go bishop c5 because our bishop isn't committed to this b5 square already. Okay, so let's look at another idea I recommend after bishop c5, which is just to castle. Prioritizing development, we've got three pieces out, we've already castled, and one of the main breaks, let's say they go d6, one of the main breaks here in the four knights Spanish is this move d4. Now they have three attackers, but one of them is pinned, so we can do this safely. After takes, knight takes, adding pressure to the pinned piece, they'll essentially always play bishop d7. Now they are threatening to take and create a mass exchange of pieces, which should help them because they have less space. So we don't want to do that, or we want trades to help us in our favor. So we go knight f5, attacking this pawn, and if they do decide to trade, they're kind of opening up their king, opening up lines for rooks, and having to give up the bishop there. So a lot of people with the black pieces will in fact just defend this by prioritizing their development and castling. Once again, we're going to keep adding pressure to their position and developing a new piece with bishop to g5. This creates a pin on their queen, and it's kind of annoying because their bishop has already been committed to c5, and their pawn has already been pushed to d6, meaning they can't easily go back with their bishop to eliminate this pin. Now, there's a few things black tries here. One is h6. This immediately fails to this nice move, knight takes h6. Once they take back, we simply drop back with our bishop now, and knight d5 is soon to follow with amazing pressure on this pinned piece, and this is really good for white. Their other serious option here is to eliminate some of this pressure on their king side by now getting rid of their bishop pair, doubling our pawns, and eliminating one of our strongest pieces near their king. A lot of times the players with the black pieces will follow up with knight to d4. This attacks our bishop and this pawn here. They probably expect us to go backwards with a move like bishop to d3, where maybe this bishop isn't actually so good because it's blocked by this pawn. That for the moment won't be removed. However, we have a really nice move here to continue adding pressure to this king side and forgetting about this bishop actually by going knight to d5. It looks like a blunder. Even when you start to calculate a little bit deeper, it doesn't look so amazing for white, but there's a very important idea at the very end of this line. So after they take our bishop, for now we're down a bishop. We take their knight with our knight. They'll take back, g takes f6. We're still down one bishop. We go bishop to h6, threatening a very quick checkmate. So they're almost forced to go king h8. Now we win in exchange. However, we're still down two pieces for the rook. So normally this seems like the end of it, as there's not many forcing moves in this position, and it seems like we got the worst end of the deal here. But pause the video now. There's actually a really nice move for white here, where you can win back the material essentially. So pause the video, and that move is a4. And this knight, as we're going to see, is actually completely trapped. It has essentially one escape squared now, which is knight to d4. Hopefully if you found a4, you found the follow-up, which is b4, removing the defender of this knight in the middle of the board. Obviously, if they take, queen takes the knight, and we got our material back, and we're actually up in exchange. If they try here, we just continue with a5, and once again, we're going to get material back. Something like, let's see, a lot of times they'll just take this pawn, we'll take their bishop, they'll take back, and we are up in exchange in a completely winning position, as they even have double pawns here and double pawns on the c file. Thank you guys for joining us. This is a nice little trap in the Four Knights Spanish variation.